So we are going to do a little exploring through Wakelet, which is one of my favorite curation tools. Wakelet has multiple features for you to be able to curate. I probably will not get through every one in this video, but I just wanted to give you an overview. This is from the administrative side. So if you create a Wakelet account, which by the way is free, this is what it will look like when you sign in. So I have all of these boards. It's taking a minute for the images to load on each board. Um, but these are all of my boards that I've created, and you can see on my dashboard to the left that I have created 32 different collections. I do have 5 group collections, which means that I have collaborators on those boards. So if I begin to work on a project with another teacher and we know that we're going to be finding information or ideas that we want to do together, this is a great place to put all of those so that we can see what each other are finding. I use this quite extensively. You can see the digital classroom and teaching strategies. That is something that I use for a course that I teach for UCA. So I have that available there. That way I don't have to go out and can find those resources or bookmark them in 1,000 different places. It's right there. I use this same Wakelet board every semester. If I find a better resource or a more updated resource, I can easily change those out. I just delete one of the resources on there, one of the pins, and then I add in whatever new that I want to do. We have used this a little bit with our OCLC cohort, and I'm going to jump in and kind of show you how to work on and edit a board. So if I were to view this from someone else's standpoint, I won't have like the option to add a new collection on this one because you would be viewing me as a guest. So I'm going to jump into this advocacy and PLNs, which is the board that you will be viewing in June, because there is one resource that I wanted to add in here for you. So the way that this board is set up this month, and you can edit your collection. So this is what it will look like for you. It's going to have, it says that there are 13 items on here, and I have it designed. Where are all of the items? Apparently it's taken a moment to load. But I have designed in what's called a mood board option. So the mood board actually puts it a little more visual where they're blocked across, and you can see them this way. So they're all blocked across. You can change the layout. So if I wanted them in a media view, a compact view, make some little tiny thumbnails, you can set them in a grid, but the mood board just looks a little bit more visual and engaging. So you can definitely change the layout on there, which is a new feature that they added recently. You have the option to turn on the easy reorder mode, which it does anyway. You basically just drag it where you want it to go. You can edit your cover image, just edit, and if you choose an image from the library, it automatically searches Unsplash, which are rights-free images. You can upload your own image. You can change the amount of image that you see so it can be bigger, or you can completely hide the cover image if you don't want one up there. I usually include one because it gives a bit of a focus point. You can also add a background image that puts an image here to the sides. So these are all of the pieces of information that I thought went along with our topic this month and that were important to cover. I also have this set to public. So anyone who follows me or who searches for this topic, they're going to be able to find this board and use the resources on it. If you don't want it set to public, you can put it to be unlisted so that only people who have the link can find it. Or if it's private, you're the only person that's going to see that. I want to add a resource to this because I left one out. And it is a very short YouTube video that I did for a class that I teach, and it involves curation. So it shows 3 different curation tools that you can use. One of them is Wakelet, so it does do a really quick snippet of Wakelet. The other one, there is Symbaloo, and I can't off the top of my head remember the third one. Super easy to add a resource. You just click the plus button. You can see that I can paste in a URL if I have it directly. I can add text. So if it's just something I need to type out, I can put text in there. A YouTube video, If you are searching for tweets, that's where having those hashtags comes in handy. If you have it from your bookmarks, you can upload directly from your bookmarks already. So if you need to clean up your bookmarks on your computer, add an image, PDF, something from my Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive if that's what you use. Or handy dandy now, it connects with Flipgrid. So if you've done a video on Flipgrid that you want to upload. I've actually just left off a YouTube video, so I'm going to click the YouTube option and just paste in my URL. So I could have done it as a URL, or you can post it here. It's not going to work from there, so let's try this one again. If I do just my URL, it's going to go that time. So I can tell it's going to go because it just kind of does that little faded gray where it's waiting, and then it pops my YouTube video in there. So this one has just your curation tools and just a basic, really, really fast how to add those things into those curation tools. So this is Wakelet. Now I am done. So it's auto saving for me, which is nice. That's something that they've updated recently. Before, you would have to go in and click save after everything that you added to make sure it got there. Now it auto saves. Awesome for me to do that. So I'm done adding that in. That was super easy to do, just a few minutes, and not even a few minutes, it was faster than that. Now, if I wanted to add in some collaborators on here and I want to invite people, I can do that as well. Remember, I said that I could share something with other teachers. Also, if I want to share a board, let's say I've put together some resources that I want students to use, just that share option connects right into Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams. You can publish on your social media. You can, of course, just copy that, or the QR code, which is great to use for parent teacher conference nights or any family events that you have. Put together just some really helpful information if it's on a theme, or if you just have general library information you want to share, and pop that QR code up on the board in your library. That way parents can see that as they come in and out, copy it. It's really easy to do there. I can also see analytics if people are coming in to see how many people are using the board, which is nice to have that piece of data. Again, going back to advocacy and building your PLNs, thinking about data collection. If I've built a board and I'm sharing it with teachers or students, I want to show that people are actually using that, so the analytics really comes in helpful. And that's really it for how to use Wakelet. There's so much that you can do with it. Again, you can see that I have several different boards and that I've built them just to customize anything that I'm looking for school library. I have some intellectual property rights videos that we were talking about. Leveraging libraries as leaders is a really great board that has some future ready stuff on it from our presentation at ISTE in 2019. 2020 has not happened. They pushed it back to November. The videos from Miss McCord is the math videos that I mentioned in May during our meeting when I said, let me curate for you and put together some information. So these are all really great ways that you can build that collaboration, that you can work with your teachers, and just curate all of those resources for you, for your students, for parents, and put them all in one space.